Hi Libra, and welcome to your reading. This is going to be for April 2021. So I like to get something from Spirit prior to doing your reading. And there was a couple things that I got. First I started seeing clouds, and then I got really tired. So maybe you've been in kind of a dreamy like state. Maybe your dreams have been super pronounced recently and you're waking up a little bit more tired than usual. I just feel a sense of being kind of lost in the clouds, if you will, or an energy of feeling maybe kind of light. There's several different things I'm feeling, but the first and foremost one that I cannot ignore is how tired I feel. I'm going to reposition you just a little bit. So if this is work or a relationship, let's start with the relationship. It feels like whatever situation you're in, whether it's something from the past or a current relationship, it feels like it's just draining you completely to the core. And maybe work as well. Maybe it's a little heavier of a load than you expected. Or it's taking a turn and now it's starting to get really busy and you're just feeling a little bit worn out. They keep emphasizing that rest is really super important, that you need to get more hours of sleep. They're showing me the range of like 5 or 6 hours, and that's just not enough. Your body needs more time to come down so that you're rested enough to get through your days. And if this is with a relationship, this just feels like a lot of tossing and turning and maybe not being able to sleep because of what's been happening. I'm sensing kind of a current breakup situation, or there's something that could be leading into a breakup. So let's go ahead and get your recent past, your current energies, and then we'll check into the near future and see what's going on for you. This is for Libra for April 2021. Okay, so for the recent past, we have the Knight of Pentacles and the Devil in reverse. In the current energy, we have the Magician and the Five of Pentacles. Okay, this is telling me that you're questioning whether you want to continue working on a relationship or not. Maybe you feel like you've put a lot into it. You were trying to at least manifest the relationship and it just doesn't seem to be working out. I feel like whoever this is that was in your life, this is their energy, that maybe they have abandonment issues. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck, we have the King of Swords in reverse. This feels like being exhausted from being in your head, processing this, exactly what we were talking about in the beginning. So it just seems like your head is spinning so much, whether it be about work or the relationship. It's so much mental energy that it's causing physical exhaustion. All right, let's get into the recent past with the King of Pentacles and the Devil in reverse. I sense that where there was some toxicity, this feels like your partner was bringing some kind of what seemed to be stability in the relationship, but it was, again, draining and somewhat toxic. But maybe there was a little bit of relief in the recent past. I don't know. We'll get some clarifiers on that because I'm not sensing as much. It's like what you were moving towards in the recent past is something stable, and you don't want to experience any more kind of toxic, manipulative, or deceitful kind of energy with another partner. I feel like there's been a multiple amount of relationships, and they're showing me 3. So 3 or so relationships that might stand out to you that seemed like they were toxic, and you're coming to a place of understanding of that now. That's where all the mental energy is coming in, and I'm feeling like the overthinking and the lack of sleep, the lack of energy. So in your current energy, you're wanting to manifest. You don't want to be in another relationship where someone either has abandonment issues or jealousy issues or has some kind of insecurity. And if this is you, maybe that's what you sensed you were attracting in the past, and currently you're like, I'm not going to manifest this type of energy anymore. I don't want to be in my head all the time about somebody else's feelings or what it is that they need in the relationship so that they don't feel like I'm going to abandon them. I've been trying to make these things work, but it just doesn't seem to be going in the direction that I intended. And it's constantly got you in your head, just exhausted. That's all I can say. And then we've got the Five of Swords following that in the deck, which is looking back at the situation like, I just don't have time for these types of arguments. They're petty. It's not who I am. I'm too busy right now manifesting the things that I want in my life. So I'm just not going to look into the past anymore and go over this, or at least try to put down some of all of these tough mental thought processes that are creating the sleepless nights and the exhaustion. And then we have the Three of Wands, which means you're looking forward. You see that your ships are coming in and you're really focused on what's going on in your own life instead of putting the energy, or at least not wanting to put the energy into a relationship that isn't going to work out, or where somebody else has issues that you have nothing to do with you. Okay, so let's go into your near future. This to me says, with the Seven of Wands or the Six of Wands, you're all about like having a great time. You want to celebrate where life is going. Your manifestations are finally coming together, and you feel like this is like a sense of, oh my God, I'm finally where I wanted to be. You feel like you're getting justice in past situations. Maybe you're going to be putting them to rest in the near future, and that's going to feel really good to you. Justice is all about finding balance and knowing exactly what it is that you want, and you're moving towards it. Like, you're very clear about what it is that you want and what you want to manifest. So before we get the clarifiers, let's look at this from the cross perspective, because I feel like whatever it was that wasn't working for you in the past, whether this is in a job or a relationship, you know now what you want to manifest, and you're really moving forward with a lot of veracity, and they keep the veracity and tenacity. It's like, I really know exactly what it is, and I don't have to question it, and I'm not going to let anybody else who has issues of their own create problems for me as I'm moving forward. Don't have time for that. I want to celebrate life. I want to be happy. I don't want to be all in my head about what's going on with somebody else. And then at the bottom with the Devil and the Five of Pentacles, and then Justice, where there were toxic situations in the past, maybe you walked away from, and that's where you felt like you finally got the justice that you deserved. Yeah, you're putting down any kind of situations around abandonment issues, laying them to rest, and just saying, I'm done with that. That's in the past. I'm in this place of, I like how balanced this person looks as she's looking forward. She's holding that sword up like, look, I know exactly where I'm going and what I'm doing, and I just don't have time for this. They're telling me you're just cutting out anything that doesn't work for you or doesn't feel balanced. So Libra, you're all about balance. And that's exactly what this is saying to me. You've found the justice that you know you deserve. And this could be in a work situation as well, where you felt like the people weren't appreciating what it was that you had to offer in the past, and now you finally have found that sweet spot where you feel good about the decisions that you've made, and you don't have to think about it any longer because things are finally coming into balance. All right, so let's go ahead and clarify with the King of Pentacles and the Devil in reverse. Tell me about the King of Pentacles and the Devil in reverse, please. So we've got the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, the Nine of Swords, and the Five of Swords. This is exactly what we've been talking about. So where you felt like you just couldn't get anywhere in a relationship or in a work situation where you were losing the sleep. This is what we were talking about, losing sleep, being exhausted, lots of negative energy and negative thought processes. With the Five of Swords in reverse, that's perfect. It's in the recent past, you've put all this down. You're not going to argue and fight anymore. If you want to create a new beginning with someone, you know that you're not going to tolerate this kind of exhausting behavior from another person again. You're really, really tired of dealing with that. Things that cause so much confusion or so much mental exhaustion. Okay, so let's move on and clarify your current energies. So with the Magician and the Five of Pentacles, please. You'd rather just have people leave your life. With the Magician, you just seem to be standing kind of on top of your game, and you, again, I know I'm repeating myself, but I feel like you just don't have time for other people's issues, and whether they have abandonment issues or whether they're just, they can walk out of your life. That's clearly what Spirit's saying. It's just let them go. You know what you want moving forward, and if they need to go, they need to go. It's time for them to go. Okay, so we've got the Empress, the Moon, and the Six of Wands in reverse. So that's interesting because in your current energies where you may have felt a little bit defeated, you move from the Six of Wands into the Seven of Wands upright. Or I'm sorry, from the Six of Wands first to the Six of Wands upright. So after you've filtered through all of this energy, this is Cancer Pisces energy for me, you were standing in your power. It's like I'm really focused. Again, the moon, I kept seeing the clouds and possibly the moon. Maybe you've been sitting out and being a little dreamy about what it is that you wanted to manifest in your current energy into your life, and realized that you just couldn't find that victory that you were looking for in either work or a relationship. And if there were some secrets, maybe you were holding back a bit and not expressing exactly what it was that you desired, or the person didn't have the ability to do so. Maybe you felt as though this person came across as really strong, but they were holding things back, and that kept you in your head and again was exhausting. Just didn't feel like it was coming to a place that you were happy with. So moving from the Six of Swords in reverse to the Six of Swords in the Six of Wands, sorry, in the near future, you're definitely celebrating in the near future with all the accomplishments, all the justice you feel like you found, letting things, people, circumstances, jobs, anything that just doesn't feel balanced for you. You need that balance. It's required for Libras. They have to find the fairness and the balance in everything. Okay, so let's clarify the Six of Wands and the Justice card. We've got the Judgment, the Emperor, and the Two of Wands. This is perfect, Libra. So you had to make some serious decisions about things. There was a judgment call, if you will. You made a choice. You're making a conscious decision to move forward, and now this is where you are in the near future. You're the Emperor. You know exactly what you want. There's a side of you that's maybe become a little bit more spiritual. You found footing, is what they're saying, and he's looking back at the Emperor. So it's like you can see yourself really evolving, really moving forward, and he has the world in his hand. It's like that confidence that you know that everything is at your fingertips. Everything you could ever want, whether it be in a job or a relationship, is possible if you focus on it. And he's looking into the waters, and I feel like that's the whole idea of like the ships coming in. You know what's coming to you because of the choices maybe that you made in the past, and you've come to a place of accepting what is. And I just keep hearing it, staying in your power. You're not going to let anything rock you, shake you, or take you off course. Once you get past all these current energies of releasing all the overthinking and the exhaustion, all of that's going to dissipate as you move forward, and your energy is going to lighten up. I feel with this Two of Wands, it's light and happy and knowing that it's literally there in the palm of your hands. Okay, so let's get some advice from the universe. What's Libra's advice moving forward? All right. We've got the Knight of Wands. Again, the Nine of Swords, and then we have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. It's, to me, this says you're moving forward. So the advice is to keep moving forward, speak your truth. Maybe you need to explain to some people in your life that this is just too exhausting for you anymore, and where you've not felt like you could get that new start. Spirit saying, you've got it. You don't need to worry about it anymore. That new start is there, and the sleepless nights are going to start to fade away, and you're just charging forward. They want you to know that this is just going to keep moving forward in the direction that you desire, as long as you get some sleep and let go of what maybe didn't work in the past. All right, so let's get some oracle cards to close out your reading. Yeah, I'm starting to feel a little lighter, Libra, so this energy is now starting to pass as we're finishing out your reading. Rest is really going to be important for you in order to keep yourself balanced. I'm just not feeling a lot of focus on love. Whether you had abandonment issues or the person did in the past, it just seems like there's a lot of toxic energies that need to be put exactly there in the past. All right, so let's get 3 cards for you. And we've got Between Worlds, Imagine, and there's that kind of cloudy night that we were discussing, and then Clean It Up. So this is where I see you moving from whatever dark energies were there into the light. And it's closing out those cycles, moving into the new, and having an idea of what it's going to take now to balance out your life. The 3s for me, I always say this in my readings, are all about health, balanced love, and a good work life. And it looks like you're moving in that direction to find balance in all 3. And imagine is, I feel like Libras are very imaginative, I can't talk today, people. Dreamy, sort of like the night sky. That's where you find some of your balance on your own, is maybe at night and just staring into the sky and appreciating what's there. They're saying to use your imagination moving forward. Okay, and then Clean It Up. This also reduces to a 3. So maybe there's some areas in your life that everything that we've talked about where you just need to clean it up and put it away. Sometimes this is also about clearing the mind. So it's just saying, get that mind clear. Release those things. Bring them to the surface. Let them go. And don't worry about them. They've taken too much of your energy, too much of your time, too much just period. Get some rest and move forward into what it is. You have the world in your hands. You know exactly what's coming for you. Your intuition is kicked up a notch recently, or it will be in April. Okay, Libra, thank you so much. That was your reading. I so appreciate all of your likes and shares and comments. Please let me know in the comments below if this resonated for you. Also, if you would like a personal reading, all of the information is in the description box below. I look forward to seeing you in your next reading. I hope you have a wonderful month. We'll check in for the weeklies next week. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye.